gathered here today to share in love, to share in love. Let us break bread together in a chance and then convene. Ashe, ashe, shells. Ashe.
Telephone. Hey, what you do? He said, let's make a bet. See which one gonna die first. They made the bet. The brother said, you gonna die. That's what. He got his head down there, and he first thought he heard something. I'm gonna get them rings. I ain't gonna let nothing scare me off of them rings.
Lord, I'm out here on your word. Lord, I'm out here on your word. Lord, I'm out here on your word. I'm out here on your word. If I die on the burn over, Lord, well, your word, out here, oh, your word. Want to thank you all for coming on this evening, both the visible and invisible. If you haven't been here before, thank you for coming back again and again and again. Thank you, Community Artist Collective. Thank you to my great and the great that are in the photos, named and unnamed. Thank you for the waters. Thank you for Houston, Texas, and French's Chicken, Shipley Donuts, and Herman Park. Thank you for all the black spaces that have fed us and reminded us why we are hard, why we are, and why we gotta keep keeping on the keeping on. So tonight we are gathered here to close this space. Tonight we are gathered here to close this here tabernacle of coffee, koolaid, and rememorization, because remembering is a powerful thing. It takes you back to where you come from, that you may go to where you must go. So keep going and keep going. On tonight, we've got a lovely gathering of souls that shall tell the story of a spiritual technology we are using to this day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Felicia Johnson. I'm also known as koolaid. Chief Juju. We are here today to present a ringshout. Our dear friend Viktor has invited us to be a part of this wonderful and amazing and completely inspiring exhibition. It's fun, it's lively, it is empowering. We are here to honor our ancestors. This ringshout that we're going to do is an ancient African American tradition of honoring ancestors, sending them off after they have passed, or calling in new energy when babies are born. This particular performance that we're doing today is what we call ringshout play, because the ringshout is an actual ritual, and it can go on for hours and hours and all night long. It's like one of those old-time church services. But it goes deeper than that. This is about the blood of our blood, the bone of our bone, the flesh of our flesh, the spirit of our spirit. We give thanks and praise to our mothers. Praise to our fathers. Thanks and praise to our mothers' mothers and our fathers' fathers. Give thanks and praise to the ones from long ago, the ones that taught us this way, the ones that created this world. We call upon them to come stand with us and be with us today and every day. May your ancestors walk with you and guide you and support you. Thank you, praise.
The ringshout was a way of remembering our traditions before we came here. It was a way to gather in community, and it was a way to connect spiritually, to receive messages, and to pass them on. Our ancestors found a way, even when we weren't allowed to dance, when it was forbidden, we still found a way to celebrate and sing praises. We still found a way to plot and plan. We still found a way to connect, even when Christianity was forced. We remember the elements, north, south, east, and west. We remember the earth. We remember the womb. This shirt represents the womb. It represents intuition. And in this space, it also represents purity. Because no matter what we had to do, how dirty our ancestors got in the field, how sweaty, it didn't matter. We were going to wear our clean white. Come on now. To the south. Yes, ma'am. We were going to dress nice. And we were going to muster up whatever it took to feel good. And even if we didn't, what we didn't need, we would leave in that space. Come on now. We would pick up what we needed, and we would leave what we didn't. Let the Lord use you, sis. Come on now. I'm going to demonstrate some of the motions used to represent the element and the connection to the earth, but most importantly, the steps. Because we were not allowed to cross one foot over the other. And they said, that's all right. It represents a connection to the earth. So it's a step and come together, a connection that we never forgot. And still to this day, when ringshout heard, we step. We kept our connection to the earth. These things together also represent that. And we take our time to connect. Come on. We remember ourselves. Come on. This is also something that we did alone when we needed to. If it was just one, yes, we would still lay our skirt out and do the same ritual. We remember the air, the earth, fire, and water. Come on, let it flow. Step into the womb, and we remember our connection. Picking up what we need, taking it, because we always have what we need. Come on now. And we wash. And when we were ready, we began.
3, 2, 1.
Today is April 29, 2022, and we're here at the Artist Community Collective.
And your name is?
Sade Perkins.
And I'm Colin Boston.
And I'm Cheryl Wilder, only by
Viktor L. Ewing Gibbons.
Felicia Johnson.
Sophia Zepeda.
Awesome. So yes, like I was saying, the ringshout was very beautiful, and I just want to get more context on how, because it seemed very much like old Christian religion, but also mixed in with hoodoo and Ifa. I can definitely see that, but also the Christianity part to it as well, because that's in our roots, right? So tell me how this came to be, and tell me more about that. I've seen it quite this way. I've seen it in the churches, but they're not really realizing, but very much, like you said, a revival, and I felt all of that. Like I was back in church when I was
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I was first introduced to ring shouts. There was an artist who brought them, who did one at Project Row Houses about, I would say maybe 15 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. And that was my first time seeing it. And it was presented to me as something that they did sort of behind the church, like behind the pulpit. It wasn't something that was actually done in church. They would take, how you have the deaconess board. Some of those ladies, ones and ones, would actually have this practice where they would go to people's houses and they would perform the ring shout to either send off someone who had passed away or to call in good energy when babies were born, or things of that nature. And so it is based in Christianity because at the time that, like I said, it's an African American practice. So
In the South, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the Gullah Geechee people hold the traditional ring shout. They keep the traditional ring shout alive. It's much different than what you saw here today, right? There's an element to it that is what's considered traditional, and then it's like the borderline is like the line, right? And then it becomes, there's a spiritual side, because there's what we could do in front of Master and what we did on our own, right? So that's why it's more ritual ring shout is different than the traditional ring shout. Traditional, they have more specific dresses. They have a specific number of people. They have stick man, they have the one singing, they have the one keeping the rhythm, they have the shouter. So it was a little bit different. I was introduced to ring shout by the Chesapeake Conjure Society. They held a workshop, and I fell in love with it from there because it felt so natural. And they talk about the memory and movement, the DNA memory and movement. And it really just came alive, and it's something that I truly love. So it was a
Movement was the introduction for me as well. Reggie Wilson, who was a choreographer based out of New York, had come to Chicago to do a workshop at Columbia College on Moses and the story of migration and moving through the Red Sea. But along the way, he had come to do a 3 or 4 day workshop, and they introduced the technology, the spirit technology of the ring. Just the ring that comes from the Congolese sort of cosmographic sort of choreography. So he introduced the ring as a portal, right? As a physical device, right? And that's what we learned the ring shout to be. It's like when you do the counterclockwise in a circle, you activate the
and that's something that was understood. That's how we all could connect from no matter where we were from on the continent, we would move. That was the community element of it. We all were in circle. So that's really important.
The body's moving. Now so we are moving us is moving the circle. And then your body is also moving while moving in the circle. And then doing music while moving in a circle. And then you're also calling, responding while moving, while singing, while moving in the circle. So you got a lot of things happening happening in that circle.
Yes.
And again, these choreographies, right? They extend beyond our time here. So we shaped and formed them and breathed a different life into them because we know spiritual expression was illegal. It was politically, frowned upon. So we had to contort things in a certain sort of way. And you're speaking to that syncretic way that we tuck different spiritual technologies under a certain religion. But we all, like you said, know the circle, right? All dancers in all spaces know when somebody moves in a certain way, that spirit's on them. That embodied mover knows when something's with them. So there's some things that don't move on. There's some categorizations that don't exist in that spirit space. And so when you move, don't move. And so you follow it.
Expound on that a little bit more about spirit, please, because that's so important. You see it in, like you said, in different religions, definitely in African religion and whatnot, and I feel like it's like one of the main glues that really, keeps everything together. So just expound on that a little bit more and what it means to be spiritually possessed and whatnot.
Oh, spiritually
Or maybe
possessed.
not even possessed. Maybe just I know that's a whole other thing, right? Or just being moved by the spirit. Let's just say that.
They call it
What
touch, right?
what
There you go.
doesn't possess spirit? Is there such a thing that doesn't possess spirit?
It's everywhere present.
So when we do that, just simmer on that. There's nothing that don't possess spirit. So when you're spiritually moved, what does that mean?
Have you ever turned on the radio, got in the car, and you're like, oh, this is my song. And you just like get into it, right? That's spirit. That's spirit moving you. I mean, there's levels. There's like, okay, I'm asleep, and the song goes on. Oh, yeah, it's the song. And you get in the car, you driving, ready to go to work, and amped up. Yes, that's moving me. That's the spirit moving me. Or, I mean, it can go with any type of emotion. Spirit is directly linked to emotion. How you feel. How are you feeling? That's what we ask each other. How you feeling? You all right? You feeling good? Because you can be in a bad mood or thinking about something and not feeling anything. But once you kind of quiet your mind a bit and let the feeling take over, that's what gets you up to dance. That's what gets you up to sing. That's what gets you up to clap your hands. Like, yes, like I'm feeling that. It's passing through us. When we're talking about, if you want to talk about spirit possession, the motion of the circle definitely opens up a portal. The singing, the movement. As you move, your body opens up. You begin to sweat a little bit. Your voice is more open. Your throat is open. You can feel things. Your chakras open up. All these things. So the possession piece comes in when, I guess you're asking for your answer. If you want your intention to be recognized by the unseen world. Just as much as we can see, hear, feel, and touch, there's an equally present world that's unseen, that moves through us. Like we're all sitting here, we're separate people, but we are connected by spirit. We're connected by the fact that we're alive. That's what spirit is. It's just an aliveness.
It's an undeniable image.
It's an energy. And it's allowing yourself the permission, which is not thought about. I love that you lifted that. It's not something you think about. You almost have to counter into it, the question, and fall, right? It's just like that, But spirit got you. Similar the same. It's like you're still here, but it's like just leaning into that feeling. And you got to shake loose what you think someone's thinking about, the thought one thing you thought they thought, and just jump into the moment. Because that, dissolving that fear is how you get the breakthrough. You got to break through the thing. You have to let yourself go. So, call, response, spirit is energy. Ain't nothing in the world without spirit. We have to recognize all things are spirit. And when we do that, the world animates differently.
The wind isn't something else, right? Even the sour mood is like, it's an indicator of something. It's not just a sour mood, right? So all things have spirit. We gotta tune into it. Yeah, it's fun. And that's what these technologies.
Heard lore about the use of newspaper, newsprint, and things like foil to block out the sunlight, to keep the sun from entering in, and keep shadow cool. What happens when we consider our cultural products, much like newsprint or foil on the window, it as an insulate, it as what keeps us cool, keeping what's inside and what's out.
Famous that Paul Barry is still there. He's sitting up at the church. And
First moved to Memphis, Tennessee. Went out on my front porch walking around. I invited the preacher over to my house. Washed his face. Combed his head, next thing he wanted to do, slip in my bed. I caught him out of head, man, kicked him out the drum and beat him until
Yo te llamo yo.
Finding myself at the intersection of conversations between placemaking,
great-great-grandparents who were brothers and Gibbons and Solomon and George Gibbons. My name is Viktor L. Ewing.
Program including Black historical research, scientific study of the remains, and a different approach.
And take drum and beat him, and take drum and beat him still. He make another drum and another drum. The old master send they to take it.
Call him Papa Jazz.
Because where they used to plow the folks here, at home, and chop cotton daylight in the morning. The niggas get out there and wait till the Lord to be even looking at the sun. They'll hurry sundown, let the morning shine. And when the sun go out, they didn't stop work to wake them so hard. They learn the blues from that.